Hello beautiful creatures, welcome back to Of Crafts and Curios. I am so glad to be here with the first video of the year. It is currently summer here in New Zealand, so I did take January off to enjoy the sunshine, and in reality it's just way too hot to sit in the studio and make dolls at the moment, so it's bright and early right now before the heat of the day starts so that I can record this audio and get my little Valentine's Day video up and about. For whatever reason, I really wanted to make arseless chaps. I don't know if I will get censored for saying that, bottomless chaps for my Valentine's Day doll, and that's where the idea for this doll really begins. I've got these beautiful iridescent fabrics and all the pink things that I have, and I wanted to make a super pink, Cyber-goth inspired, bottomless chap wearing Cupid. I did start off this project with this more champagne iridescent pink fabric, but I do change halfway through and remake my outfit with that more bubblegummy pink. But here is the process of me just sketching out my pattern that is literally just made on a piece of A4 paper and then cutting out my pieces and going for gold with this before I realize, hang on, I want to do something different, and having to remake it all. That is definitely a theme in this doll project, where I start something and have to redo it later on. The face up of this project really did my head in, I think because it was the first one back after a while of not making dolls over January. I do have to go through the motions of restarting a couple times, but I'm really happy with what we end up with in the end. So at this point I was really happy. I was like, yes, this is the outfit. And then my little buckles arrived and I realized they're way more bubblegum pink than the fabric I originally chose. So I do go ahead and remake the outfit in that bubblegum pink so that I can use the buckles and accessories that I was planning to use. And I really do like how it came out in the bubblegum pink. I think it is way brighter on camera, and I really do like how the outfit comes together with the accents of ribbons and buckles and accessories, which you'll see later on. So with the outfit done, my doll hair had arrived from Australia. I get my doll hair from Custom Doll Hair AU, as it's super close to New Zealand and arrives really quickly. I got every pink that I felt drawn to on their Etsy store, and I'm gonna use all of them, which can maybe be considered a bold move because yeah, I definitely had some struggles with this reroute. I have never used the twists, like the micro twists before. I've definitely used the micro braids, but the micro twists behave differently, and there was definitely some splitting on my doll hair. But Natalie was nice enough to send some cute little samples along with my order, so that was lovely. And yeah, so I'm just working out where I'm gonna place each different hair color and hair fiber, and then I'm gonna get into the reroute. And because more is more, I did decide that I was going to also use flocking fiber to create an undercut on this doll to channel that cyber-goth aesthetic that I really wanted to lean into. And then with a white pencil, I'm just marking off my portions so I know which hair goes where. And here is all the different sections of hair. I am leaving my undercut until last so that the glue doesn't interfere with the face up. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pin this all back, plastic wrap it off with some scrap rubbish, and begin my face up. As I said earlier, this face up was a series of mistakes until I finally got it right. So here I am starting the process. This begins the first of 3 attempts, but sometimes art's like that. Sometimes you get it right on the first go, you only have to use like 2 layers of Mr. Super Clear and you're done. And other times it's a process and it's a journey, and you have to just hope that it's gonna be worth it at the end. So after a number of attempts, here is her little face up complete, and I am happy with how it turned out. I think if I went a fourth time, I would have just given up on the project altogether, so this is what we're sticking with. And it's time to move on to styling her hair with a saran wrap bonnet until the fringe sits. And while the fringe is sitting, I can go ahead and start decorating and accessorizing her little outfit. I am just using this mannequin doll in place of her while she dries, and I'm just gonna start adding buckles and chains and all sorts of things because I really want them to kind of look like they came from Trip NYC, which is a goth fashion brand. The fashion does tend to lean a little more club bunny than cyber-goth due to the pink color, but I am really enjoying using all these extra elements and adding these little ribbons and finicky bits because I really do think it elevates a custom doll from a store-bought doll when you have little chokers and middle bits and extra bits you wouldn't see on a store-bought doll. Here I am trying to demonstrate that the buckles are functional and then realizing my hands are giant and the buckles are tiny, and so it was a struggle, but here you can see they are 2 bits and they are functional. And with her fringe set and her little accessories added, this is how she is looking so far. Just a few more finishing touches to go, like some arm warmers and of course her undercut and things like that. For her undercut, I am using a tacky glue, and then I am using some flocking powder that I got off Linecraft here in New Zealand, but I'm sure there are similar things available on Amazon. And here's what her little undercut looks like. I wasn't super fussed with shoes because they're not going to be visible under her giant flares, so I just went with some white ones that I used for a different project. And then I'm taking these little Cupid things that I had in my stock box and I'm giving them a revamp and a more gothification, cyber-goth vibes to fit my little Cupid. Had I had the time, I would have loved to make a really big full pair of wings myself, but I am also prepping for Big Gay Out this Pride month here in New Zealand, so I did have to save my time. After applying the base paints with a wet brush, I'm going to go in with a dry brush and bring out some details with a light pink. And here are all the little pieces. And with all my elements brought together, I think that's it. I think our little Cybercupid is complete. I think she is super cute and just so fun and bright. Pink is not really a color I lean into very much on the channel, despite it being my favorite color. So it was so fun to make something super pink, and I really enjoyed bringing some darker gothic elements to this Cupid character. And yeah, I just think Valentine's Day is so fun and silly, and I love the imagery. So I was really happy to have got this video done in time while prepping for, the Big Gay Out Festival here in February in New Zealand. It is Pride Month and I can't wait to be taking part this weekend, so I've had so much fun prepping for that as well. If you are new here and you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button, and if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button. All my other socials and my Etsy store are in the description box below. Fingers crossed, the next video you guys will see will be the continuation of my Zodiac series a year and a half later. I know, we'll talk about it in the video. Until then, I'll see you guys back here so soon with more crafts and more curios.